guys, James here today and welcome to The Sims 4 Paranormal Stuff Pack Build Buy Overview. This video was made possible by EA Game Changers, so thank you for the early access. Now, I was going to jump straight into it, but the weather is awful. Like, look at this. The weather is terrible, but it does mean because there's a thunderstorm, we actually have the new emotion, which came in the base game update that came out yesterday. So everyone that has a Sims 4 can now get the scared emotion, which is brand new. And one of the times you can get it is from thunderstorms, which is kind of cool. Anyway, cloudy. Oh my, I can't. All right, we got cloudy weather. That'll do. She's getting electrocuted. Right, paranormal stuff. We can finally do the build buy overview. This is everything we get in this stuff pack in build and buy. We got a new wallpaper, new flooring, which is actually kind of surprising. Even though they're just like essentially texture files, we never get that many. So it's always nice when we get a few more. And then these are all the items, which is kind of like an almost like shabby kind of Art Deco style almost. I'm not entirely sure what style this is called, but it's got the kind of Scooby-Doo vibes. A few people have been saying, you know, you kind of ghost hunting. It's got that sort of shabby Art Deco vibe. But yeah, this is everything. And I gotta say, I am very pleased with pretty much all of this stuff. It looks really, really good. I mean, it's not gonna take us too long to go through this, but we will have a look now. So we're gonna start over here with the couches. Now, I actually really like this set, specifically this couch. I think it looks so nice. Like, this looks really good. I feel like, and I said this in the trailer reaction video, we really don't have that many just like regular looking couches. Anyway, there's a few in there, but a lot of the stuff we have is kind of like, I mean, so this is a really refreshing change and a really actually nice addition in this pack. Like when you look at what it could have been, you know, with all this other style stuff, it's a pretty generic styling that you could use anywhere. It's got a very mid-century vibe to it. This is pushing more mid-century than Art Deco, I would say. Oh, that's actually a really nice texture. You can see it's got like a really nice texture to the seat cushions. And a nice, oh, that's nice. Yeah, no, this is good. I like this. I like this very, very much. So there's that one. And then we have the matching armchair as well. Oh, these are good. The only thing I could ask for is more colors on this, but what we do have, very nice. That is super good. I really like these pieces. And then the other couches that we have, couch and armchair, are these guys here, which are definitely much more eccentric, a little bit more fun, if that's kind of what you're wanting to do with the pack, or just in general. So yeah, these are much more fun and ooh, and have some fun. They do have some good colors on them. I gotta say that I do like that. And actually goes quite nicely with this too. I mean, the styles don't match, but the colors do, so that's good. I actually also really like this side table that we have here. I think this is really nice. We don't have that many circular tables, and I did miss this one in the trailer reveal, because a lot of people in the comments are like, I'm always asking for circular tables, and we don't have that many. We do have another one. However, I mean, I'm not that excited by it because it comes with a tablecloth. Like, yeah, there's like plain colors, but that one's quite nice and probably quite useful. It's still a little too styled, just used generically. And that's what I've said in the past about the circular tables, is all of them have this specific sort of style that they almost shoehorn you into using if you're going to use this table. This one's a bit more generic, but it does still have more traditionally like sort of curvy legs in that. So these are like the circular tables that we have, at least one tiled ones. I really just want this table, like that's kind of foot without a tablecloth on it. I'm getting off track a little bit here. Anyway, I mean, the new table is nice. I think it is quite fun, especially this. I love the yellows actually. I don't know if you can tell, I used a bit of yellow. Now, don't judge the color combination that I've put everything in here. A lot of it is just default, so I haven't changed it. I was enjoying the yellow and the red actually, and I actually really like this yellow with the blues in it. Yeah, that's quite fun. I do like this table. And it has a set of matching chairs as well, which are just called the seance chairs, which obviously pair nicely with the seance table, which we'll have a look at in a minute. So these are nice sort of like wicker chair with a wooden frame. Actually, it's quite a nice chair. I do like this. That has a lot of use outside of this specific style as well, I think. And we also have this new coffee table as well, which, what did I just say? Almost completely normal coffee table. Well, that leads me to believe that it might not be. Some of these items are interactable and you can do stuff with them, but I have not actually played the gameplay in this pack yet, so I don't know. But yeah, this is a nice coffee table. I actually really like the sort of floral patterns on it, and also the blank ones. Just nice that we have the option of either. Like, I think that's really nice. I like that piece as well. So far, so good. I mean, you can kind of see everything here. So we'll have a look at the plants and stuff in a little bit. I'll just move that out of the way. Over here we have this new hallway table, which again has these fun patterns on them. I don't think there's a really plain one though, or just like a regular, like if they had one that just had like sort of blank wood tones as well, like this, it had those kind of swatches on here as well. That'd be really nice. I know that's not what this piece is supposed to be, but that would have just given it so much more life outside of it being a more bold accent piece. So there is a little bit of missed potential there, I would say. And likewise with this little matching end table, although I really like this piece. It almost looks like a really sturdy, heavy crate. And I really like this. But again, if it did have like the more sort of standard wood tones throughout it, it would have a lot of use outside of just this style. And I guess the same can kind of be said for these other pieces here. There's no like sort of just standard wood tones. We have a plain white and a plain black, which I always do agree with. Yes, I do enjoy a plain white and black. So I do approve very much of that. Just, you know, maybe even just one or two just wood tones that match other stuff, because this desk could work really well as just like a regular brown wood. Having said that, still a very nice desk. Not entirely my taste, but that's okay. And then this display cabinet, which I believe is a shelf. Just grab something maybe small. Oh, well, we can place it maybe smaller than that. Yeah, so we can place stuff inside it as well, as long as it's the right size. Put some detergent in there, sweet. Yeah, so this is actually a shelf as well. And this has the sort of white and black swatch and then the same matching tones throughout all these pieces. So all these pieces will match with each other. So if you do want to use them as a set, I mean, they do work that way, which would be a shame if they didn't. And the plain white, I think the plain white is fairly usable. So that's also really good. We also get this rug, which I actually really quite like as well. I think I will use this from time to time. I do enjoy this. I actually really like that one. Nice faded sort of coloring on it. Moving up onto the wall decorations, we have this arrangement of pictures here. Each of the descriptions of like a lot of these items have interesting information associated with them. Like this gives you a little bit of a story about someone going missing. So very fitting for the paranormal pack. So we got this guy here. I don't know, Darius. I don't know if that's an existing sim. I just did a little Google because it kind of looks familiar, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, you got some pictures of Selva Dorada there as well. Ah, yeah, the mother plant. Well, that's not the mother plant, but it'll tie into Strangerville there. That's kind of cool. And then just a few different frame colors, and that's kind of it with this. Oh, it does actually change some of these images to black and white, which is kind of fun. But yeah, no picture variants on this one. And then we have these three pictures here, which are all quite expensive, actually. I think they're all the same price. And they each have a different little story behind them. So Claude is the sort of a ghost that actually helps you with seances and becoming a paranormal investigator through gameplay. So these are a couple of his pictures. I don't know if these pictures tie into the gameplay directly. Again, haven't played it yet, and they haven't actually shown off gameplay yet, which is a shame because I would like to know that, but I will play it after this. Anyway, so this has just a variety of frame colors, but the picture does not change, and same with this one as well, and then also same with this one here. They all have the same frame colors, just different picture. And the fact that they are in different frames kind of leads me to believe that there would be gameplay attached to them, because otherwise they would just be different pictures in the same frame. And if you have a look at the descriptions, they sort of give you a little bit more detail. Perished in an untimely Murphy bed accident, referencing the Murphy beds that came with tiny living. And he lived from 1883 to 1920 as a paranormal investigator and a beloved flirt, which I believe is mentioned twice now. Beloved flirt, yeah. So that's interesting. You might have some flirtatious interactions with him, I guess. And then we also have the Temperance's Manor. And this mentions a malicious spirit, an avid poltergeist. And it's a former love interest of Claude. So, and it says, rumor has it she recently moved. So I'm going to guess that sort of ties in with the haunted lots. He comes to help you. And then there's some sort of story there as well. Not like a Strangerville story, but just a little bit of backstory. So you can play with that if you want, or just kind of ignore it. So that's interesting. We also have this new wall sconce here as well. Let's move it over here, which has a variety of colors that do match in with the set, but nothing too crazy about this. Just a nice Art Deco-y looking wall sconce. Nice petals. Then we also have this ceiling light here as well. This is just a grouped ceiling light. There's nothing separate about it. There's no individual one. So this all comes as one piece, which kind of annoying because there's only 2 different lights in here. So it would have been nice to have this and that separate. But then, I mean, that just adds a bunch of stuff. Also saying that, I don't know that I would use them separate. Oh, you know, actually, that might be quite nice over a kitchen bench if we could have used it that way. But yeah, the matching color palette to everything as well. And then plain white and plain black. Also nice to see. We also have this guy up here, the macrame, good mojo, an overall aura of good vibes. So this is just a little wall decoration and a few variants on that. We also have a new fireplace, which is quite nice. I do like the little books on the side. Actually, I wonder if that is an active bookcase as well. Probably not, but that'd be nice. It does have some fun colors to it as well. And then some more just sort of standard looking ones. So this could easily slot into your regular home there. Now, moving on. So that's all that kind of stuff around the outside. I don't think I missed anything over there. It looks like, oh, no, I did actually miss this guy here. So this guy was the one that Deligracy was saying it would be nice to have this plant as a separate item. And I totally would. We don't have like any hanging plants like that. They did add in, and I actually, you know what? I don't have that here. This guy here, this is like a hanging from the ceiling plant. I really, really love this plant. It's super nice. I love this. I love the pot that it's in, the chain, everything about this I really, really enjoy. And I am totally going to be using this. This is sweet. But it would have been nice to have this plant here as just like a little one that you could place on a table. Like, yeah, I get it sometimes. That's not a good example. That doesn't go on tables. I get it sometimes that if you place it, it would probably clip into an item. But I mean, if that's the reason they don't do that stuff, that's lame because that's kind of the player's fault if they do that. Like, I don't know. It'd be nice to just have that to place anywhere else. Anyway, this is a little shelf item. Again, has a similar styling to these pieces here, which is, I mean, I think you have to use it in the right setting. It's probably not very applicable to most builds, but you could probably fit it in. And having said that, that's why it's annoying that this plant is tied to this item, because if I want to use that plant, I got to use this item. Though I'm sure CC creators will separate that out for sure, because that is really nice. Right, moving on, I've put all the sort of little decorative items just down here so we can have a look at them quite easily. Another little tray item, which is really nice. I always love these little trays filled with little details and items. We have a little cow plant in a terrarium, which I really love this. I missed this in the trailer. You guys did point it out, and I think this is really, really fun. I really like that. And then we have this new table light, which would just go like on side tables or, you know, as a lamp does. This guy here, yeah, a few standard colors, got some gold as well. And then the new plants. I actually love all the new plants in this pack. Like these two together, these pair really nicely, but even just alone as like a nice piece, I really like this. It is a shame that it doesn't place on like coffee tables or anything, because it's kind of too small to place on the floor. It looks strange, but I get why it doesn't go on a dining table, for example, because that would take up the whole table, but it doesn't fit on anything. So it's kind of like, well, what do you do with it? Like, without move objects, I kind of wouldn't know what to do with this. Like, I would want to put it here. Like, I think it fits really nice on this guy. But yeah, I think if it's really nice to like right there, like, isn't that, I mean, ignore the wallpaper behind it and the floor and everything, all the colors mismatching. Just look at this. I think that looks really nice. So it's a shame that it doesn't just have that. It's kind of too small to go on the floor and look fine, but it's also kind of, I guess, too big to sit on tables naturally. But anyway, really, really nice. And this one, likewise, this does place on like everything, so this is no problem, but I really like this one too. Really, really nice little plant there. And then along those lines, new little potted palm trees as well. Like, look at this. I love these. I love these so much. These look really nice. I'm definitely going to be using these. And actually, these would probably go quite well with the stuff that came in Island Living. I think it was Island Living. Eco Lifestyles, well, actually, that's quite nice. Sort of more tropical vibe. That's Island Living. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, and this one from Movie Hangout Stuff. Yeah, that's really nice. I really like that piece. Oop, I didn't mean to delete it. Then we also have this little guy here, a Book of Silhouettes, which I don't believe has gameplay. I mean, it might do once you get into the paranormal stuff. I'm not entirely sure. And we also have this statue of Horus, which is classic. It's like your classic sort of creepy falcon statue, which is nice. Oh, yeah. No, this has to go on top of like bookcases and stuff, doesn't it? Like just like sort of sitting up there. Oh, yeah. Then we also have this little guy here, which is an occult markings, which I think can potentially appear in gameplay, or there's something similar. Or this is just in the rug category, so you can just place this down. We also have this little hand here, which does actually have some gameplay that I know of, because if you go into live mode here, when you click on it, there is actually disable. You can disable him visiting, and you can enable heroic mode, which I don't know what that is yet, but that sounds fun. But obviously, because we haven't done any paranormal stuff yet, that's not activated. So that is just kind of sitting there looking good. And we also have the seance table and the crystal ball. These are actually all separate items. So the seance table is a 3x3 and it looks exactly the same as the regular table, though it does have different color swatches. So the tablecloth is different and it has less swatches. But yeah, the same table design and cloth design, but it does look different and it obviously has the gameplay associated with it. So if you want to do seances, you will need to use this. And you can use any dining chair with it. It's not just those ones that come with it. So you could use whatever you want. Can you use a high chair? Or can you have a seance with a toddler sitting there? Interesting. Yeah, so you can use any dining chair. I've just used the ones that come with it. Because in the catalog, it does come as one big piece, so you can just select it all out at once if you want. But of course, if you place this as one piece, like any of these, you can take bits off of it, mix and match and change however you want. Now the crystal ball, I believe can sort of place anywhere. Yeah, so that can just be used as a decoration as well if you like, and sort of sit around wherever you want. Has a few different colors to it. And that's that. I think that is all the build mode items that you can regularly see in the catalog. We'll have a look at the debug stuff in a moment. For now, these are these are the two rooms that come in the pack as well. So if you want to place a pre-built room that has the new stuff, these two guys come in here. They each have 3 colors each, like always. So you can just choose through those. So if you just wanted to whack down a room, this is what you get. Just uses the new items. And I actually think this room here is actually really nice. I actually quite like this one. And even this one, maybe not that color. I think I chose a poor color on that one. I think this one looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, that's a bit nicer. I still like this room better. But yeah, those are the two rooms. But not only that, there is a whole lot that comes with this pack. Because this pack actually adds a new lot type, which is a haunted house residential, brand new lot type. There is something special about this place. While living in a haunted house adds an extra bit of risk, it's not without its rewards. Just a fair warning, things are gonna get weird. So this will have stuff happen around your lot. So as far as I'm aware, none of this paranormal stuff will just happen of its own accord unless you're on the haunted house residential lot. So you could use all this stuff as decoration without it getting funky. I think that's the idea behind it. Cannot confirm because again, don't have that information fully yet. But if you go into this little menu here, it says what to expect in a haunted house. This gives you an idea of what's going to happen. So ghostly assistants, meet Guidry the ghost. He's quite the charmer, so I guess he'll just appear at some point, or maybe we have to interact with some stuff. The specters will appear around the place. This is all gameplay we will be doing, and that will be in my current Let's Play. We'll be adding it into that and having a lot of fun with all this, so we're not going to go through all that right now. But with that, there is actually a lot that comes with this pack, and it is a haunted house. So this one here, it'll appear in your library if you filter by Maxis. It's called the Duplantia Dwelling. I might be saying that wrong, but I tried. Now, the really cool thing about this is you guys may remember that myself, Lil Simsy, Simlacy, and Deligracy all built lots for Snowy Escape. This lot was built by another game changer, Dr. Ashley, and she is an incredible builder. She was also on the Sims Sparked TV show. And she has built this lot for the pack, which is awesome because you know it's going to be good. And it is good. It's good. I've had a look. This old estate was a place that Claude Guidry once called home. I haven't heard anyone say these names yet, so please let me know how to say these properly. It is filled with trinkets and curiosities from his travels around the world. After he died, the home was sold to the one and only Dr. Ashley, who took over the home and modernized many of his rooms while keeping the charm of the old estate. Now this home is available once again, but nobody is quite sure what happened to the most recent owner. Oh, come on, it's raining. I placed a lot in Willow Creek because this is where it was built in the screenshots, and great, just great. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's a haunted house, so let's go with it. But yeah, this is the house built by Dr. Ashley, and I think it looks so good. So good. There's so much detail, a lot of fun little things around the place as well. I love how lush, like, all the garden looks. It kind of has an almost overgrown-ish vibe, but then it's also kind of looks like it's been tamed a little bit, which kind of lends into the story of it being renovated. So I think it fits really, really well. Ooh, some wooden boards left around there. We got this thing, remove twisted tendril. So this is one of the things that will appear with the haunted house residential lot. A few little planters out back and a few more boards there. There is an interesting balcony out the back with just a chair on it. Interesting choice. Yeah, let's have a look inside. So let's go inside. So this is, I need to turn on all these lights. This is the house. And I mean, I think you can tell by looking at this. This is not built by someone at EA. This is a game changer for sure. Like, I think this looks so detailed and it's so full as well. I think it looks so good. And you can see all like the new items being used in here. We've got the new curtains there on the wall, all the new decorative items as well. That's this is just a dining room, but it kind of looks like a seance room. The seance room is actually upstairs in this place. And through here, we'll just go into the kitchen. Really, really nice build. I think this looks so, so good. I actually really love these stairs too, how it sort of wraps around the kitchen. I think it looks really interesting. And then we'll pop upstairs and we have a couple of bedrooms. A little door to the balcony there. I really like the use of platforms in here as well. Platforms are such a good addition to the game, honestly. The bedroom, that's the single bedroom, the master bedroom. Oh, that's nice. Got a little platform behind with like decorative stuff on it. That's cool. The new desk over there as well. Oh, the bathtub is on a platform. Nice. Yeah, platforms are used very nicely here. And then we have the actual seance room sitting over here. Oh, with the raven. Sweet. So this is the haunted house if you just want to plonk one down and play right away with a nicely themed home. Really nice. Right, so moving into the debug items, it's actually kind of interesting to learn a few of the things that we saw in the trailer are actually hidden away behind gameplay, which, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but a lot of those things are actually tied to gameplay in the pack. So for example, like these bizarre dolls here, there's a few different variants of them. I don't know if they change how they work depending on the variant, but that's this guy here. So this looks like it's tied to Temperance, which we learnt about here, which was also a former love interest between these guys. So that's interesting. So I guess I'll have some sort of summoning or ability to that. I don't know. That's kind of cool though. We also got some wraith wax. Oh yeah, what happened to those sweet blue candles that we saw in the trailer? That must be in here somewhere as well. Unassuming candy jar. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting items in here, which I'm sure have a very useful gameplay purpose, but I really like some of these actually. So obviously you can just see all the different colors there. Soul scrap. Spectres will sometimes leave soul scraps. I guess that's what these are. So just kind of leave them around the place and I guess you clean up. Interesting, interesting. We also have the chalk seance circle. So once you level up, I believe in the medium skill, you can hold seances anywhere by drawing a chalk circle and then going ahead with it. So that's what that is there. Oh, the candles, here they are. I want to see these. Oh, debug. What's this? We got a badge, a sweet cup badge. Oh, goo puddles, yeah. I mean, the face is kind of cheaping it a little bit, but sure, it's almost like a little Ghostbustery at that point. Here's the overgrowth that we saw in the haunted house as well. So these, I'm going to assume, will appear in the garden like it did in that house. We also have these creepy little dolls here. A not so friendly doll. Wow, that is definitely creepy. Hello, Dahlia. Need therapy? You can tell Dahlia anything. Talking to Dahlia will soothe and decrease fear, so let it all out. She's here for you. Somehow I don't believe that, but here she is. Actually, I can't pick that one up, so don't place this one. I don't know what that is. These ones seem fine though. So yeah, if you want some creepy Dahlia dolls around the place, here you go. And then we have the Spectre Sip as well, which I think they would use during seances and all that. Display only clay hands. Ooh, interesting. And then the Grumpy Spectre Jar, which I think you can capture the specters and maybe display them. I think that's what that might be. But yeah, those are all the items in Debug and Show Live Edit Objects. I am actually really excited to play this pack. I know not everyone's into paranormal stuff, but I think the gameplay actually sounds really interesting. And I'm going to go record a Let's Play now because I want to do that. I also think these guys are awesome. Super creepy. But yeah, let me know what you think of the build buy in The Sims 4 Paranormal Stuff. I think it's really, really good. As just a set of items and gameplay elements that just come with those items, it's looking pretty good. We also get a brand new lot type as well. I'm pretty excited for this. I think it looks good, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time and have an awesome day.